what he can do here.
Yeah, Joel Esteban, a huge talent. He did win last time out, but Uriarte crashed out. So it would be great to see a battle towards the checkered flag that sees the main contenders. Esteban, though, as you mentioned, is a strange one. He's starting P11 on the grid. A rider, huge talent. He came from deep in Magny-Cours on the grid. Danish, the number 13, a podium finisher already in 2025 and the leader of the Red Bull Rookies Championship, or the Red Bull Rookies Cup, I should say, where he has one win in the Red Bull. Where that came, Connor? In Aragon. So expect some promising things from the number 13. Veda Pratama, Asia Talent Cup champion in 2023. The Indonesian rider is another huge talent on that HRC Astro Honda side. And so Uriarte, the 51, keep an eye on him on the left-hand side of your screen as we get ready to go for race 2 here. Plenty of talent on that front row, plenty of talent on that. Their maiden victories in Junior GP. So it is go time, eyes on the lights, and the revs are rising here at Motorland Aragon, and we are racing in the first race of the day here in the Junior GP World Championship. And Brian Uriarte has gotten
Happened there, but this is looking already like it's going to be a classic, and that the riders are looking to take the battle to Uriarte, which is exactly, as neutrals, what we wanted.
Yeah, Jesus Rios running it wide, I think, there around turn 3. Not sure what happened exactly. Crucial final section, you would imagine, as the race progresses. The long run, they get to open up the throttle here before, a little bit heartbreaking at turn 14, flick it left at 15, and then the long run towards turn 16 with the long looping left-hander ahead of the finish. Jesus Rios hasn't quite recovered from that early mistake. The number 54 still riding in 6th position. We mentioned Joel Esteban before. He started in P11. He's up to P7 by the close of the opening lap.
Yeah, and further back.
It's Uriarte again, Salmela out the front. Just a couple bike lengths back to Hakim Danish. But not a whole lot of change then in the order. Joel Esteban has gotten ahead of Veda Pratama. Jesus Rios is starting to cut through the pack as well. Pratama lost a couple of places around the first sector there. Now, will we say Salmela really is going to need to come up with some absolute magic to get the better of Uriarte, the number 51.
Absolutely, but for the time being, if he can match the pace of Uriarte, then that's enough. He's still got plenty of time to find and bide his time and make his move when he feels that the
gap here. He's got about 5-6 bike lengths, you'd say, back to Rico Salmela, and this is the run towards the line, the long back straight with the sweeping left-hander, and Uriarte has got that to perfection, you would have to say, and it looks like he's got
use that pace and really get back into this podium battle. There he is, confirmation of that fastest lap there, absolutely sensational, new best race lap, and it looks like that gap that Uriarte had started to build is coming down quite significantly.
Here we go then, Casey O'Gorman up the inside of Hakim Danish. Uriarte over that opening sector and across the front straight. So Jesus Rios has gotten himself back into 3rd position ahead of Hakim Danish. It looks like it's fairly settled between number 1 and 2, but plenty of chopping and changing in that provision. Pratama goes through, and now Joel Esteban goes through. Oh, a terrible couple of corners for Hakim Danish. He was riding in P3 just a couple sectors ago, and now he's down into 7th position. That is the standard that is on offer here in Junior GP. If you open the door, somebody will go.
It's Jesus Rios as well, whose pace early on has really dragged all these riders back into what looks like it's going to be a fantastic battle for the podium, with Salmela managing to keep on the back of Brian Uriarte. That gap between Salmela and Rios now just
It is now a lead trio. Rios is closing that gap and closing it fast. He had just over 2/10 of a second on Uriarte last time round, and Uriarte has gone wide. He's gone very, very wide, and that opens the door for Rico Salmela, who gladly add to the misery of this lap for the 51. And here he comes. The number 54 goes through on Uriarte. So, race on, Connor.
Absolutely race on. That's the pace that Rios has been showing throughout, and now both Rios and Salmela ahead of Brian Uriarte, racing here in Modeland, Aragon. Well, look at Uriarte there, he's already back through on the inside of Jesus Rios, who manages to cut back so sensationally. This is really chopping and changing. This is racing in Junior GP.
Yeah, all this chopping and changing has made a lead trio, a group of 9 quality in the Junior GP class. A race winner in Estoril on a couple of occasions. The young Finn, really metronomic when he gets out front. And Uriarte's got more problems. Casey O'Gorman has fired his way past him through turn 5. Uriarte looking to manage to fight back on Esteban. Hakim Danish looking to make a move past either Uriarte or Esteban. Doesn't make it stick, but you'd imagine a move is going to come from Joel Esteban once again. Back out front, Rios looks to close up on Rico Salmela as Casey O'Gorman attaches.
To be able to catch up with these leading two.
Yeah, brilliant racing here from the opening Junior GP event in Aragon, living up to the billing as we hoped it would. Rico Salmela and Casey O'Gorman of the Slea Galicia sitting in the podium positions. Is it a 1-2? Casey O'Gorman has moved through. Brilliant stuff all around the field from the Junior GP category. Hugely entertaining race here. It's Salmela out front, but for how long will Casey O'Gorman stay in the podium positions? Not long at all. Brian Uriarte moves into second with Jesus Rios now riding in third position. But Casey O'Gorman looking for a little move up the inside of turn 6. Nothing going this time. But Joel Esteban then sitting in fourth position ahead of Jesus Rios, with Veda Pratama, Leonardo Zani and Hakim Danish making up your top 8.
This battle between Uriarte and O'Gorman is
of Casey O'Gorman and Jesus Rios to push himself back into second position. So as it stands, it's Rico Salmela holding an advantage of about 0.2 of a second over Brian Uriarte. Brian Uriarte has much less time in fourth position, and again, probably just waiting for his time to strike, because there is a lot of chopping and changing, and there is a long way to go in this race as we see Veda Pratama run it wide. So from 5th to 8th position goes Pratama as he runs it wide there around the final corner. Now, Uriarte is running in second position. Will he be in Marianos Nicholas of the AGR team in the battle for 12? You mentioned it earlier as well, just David Gonzalez, the number 11, is now running in 11. He had a back of the grid penalty, so superb ride from David Gonzalez. He's just ahead of the...
It looks like a bit of a painful one there as he just gets to his feet. Hopefully he's just winded as Jesus Rios goes down, and he was in real podium contention there. His pride will be hurt, hopefully more than anything else, as he goes down after
through turn 5. But disappointment for Rios. We mentioned earlier he needs to find a little bit of consistency, because we know he has the talent, a 3-time race winner, a podium finisher already in 2025, but his season has been inconsistent with DNFs or podiums, so it's just not been going his way. There's going to be a change of the lead, the 67 over 27. Joel Esteban trying to hang it on the outside. Brian Uriarte, he's got the inside line in P3, but it's going to be Esteban who gets it coming out of turn 2. But no change in the lead. Casey O'Gorman, we saw him lead in Magny Core.
He's been absolutely wonderful from right from the start so far, and he'll just look to try and hold off his teammate Rico Salmela for the time being. They are both opening up a gap with Uriarte, so if they can maintain that, which looks visibly like it's not going to be the case as they come down this reverse corkscrew, such a technical point.
All the riders inside this top 7. It's Joel Esteban remains in fourth position, not for long, because Leonardo Zani has just fired it up the inside of Esteban. Brilliant stuff from the 57. The 57, of course, Leonardo Zani, we have seen lead races. We've seen him in the podium positions quite regularly. We've seen him at the front of every record while he was running. Guess?
P4. Where is he right now?
P4. So Leonardo Zani, can he break the P4 streak? It's only time will tell, but he's got the small matter of Brian Uriarte and Joel Esteban on either side of him. So if Zani wants that podium...
The pressure that's building behind him with this leading pack, and especially his teammate O'Gorman.
Absolutely, we have some yellow flags out as well in sector 4 at turn 15. It's Dodo Bajo who has gone down, so another DNF. That is not going to help him. That's another big crash coming through turn 15.
Yeah, excellent response there from the marshal as well, just throwing himself over and onto the track just to help out and make sure everything is okay. Zani into P3.
On Brian Uriarte. Well, Connor, before the race we asked, could anyone beat Brian Uriarte in a straight battle in Junior GP? It looks like we have an answer.
It does. And I think that we mentioned as well that this is one of the circuits where it felt like something was possible in the Junior GP World Championship standings.
Yeah, just watching the battle a little further back, Julio Pugliese, number 31, Benyat Fernandez, the number 7, battling for 11th position. Some big points up on offer here, but it's a large group, so not everyone on screen will be scoring points here.
P28. So that's an absolutely incredible 20 positions that he's managed to climb through. And he's now just behind Veda Pratama, who's P7. So that's this leading group.
Yeah, absolutely superb ride from Gonzalez. We often laud him because we do call him Speedy Gonzalez ourselves because he's got, I think, about 2 seconds to make
a
up
significant gap
on Veda Pratama. So, with 4 laps to go, it seems maybe a step too far, but a brilliant performance nonetheless from the young Spaniard.
Absolutely, he'll have been thinking going into this race, I know how talented I am, I know I can get through this field, I want to get into the points. Done is absolutely incredible. Here we are watching the front of the race as well. Leonardo Zani right behind the 2 Estrella Galicia 00 riders. He's just gone a bit wide there, but he's still managed to keep the pace there and on the straight. Can he get ahead and move into P2?
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Another win here in the Junior GP category, or is he? Because Casey O'Gorman is desperate for that breakthrough victory and to stand on the top step of a Junior GP podium for the first time. Leonardo Zani, he's very much in the victory conversation as well. He's yet to podium in Danish.
Yeah.
There's certainly a few bike lengths between them, but the pace of these 3 riders is outstanding with just, what, 2.5 laps remaining. So let's see how things will shake up. Coming around the final couple of sectors here, we entered from the Hakam Danish. So will Salmela have the pace to catch up with the front 2? And if he does have the pace, will it bring the other riders up with him and make it a 4, 5, 6-way battle for the victory? It all remains to be seen. You can see Brian Uriarte is way off the pace. What has happened to the championship leader? Thing coming in turn 1, it looks, but the rest of the riders have caught up. And now this 2-way fight looks like it might be a 5 or 6-way fight over the last lap and a half, Connor.
Yeah, Junior GP delivering drama from start to finish. It looked like Hagum Denise was really going to take...
Might have the opportunity to shoot up the inside of O'Gorman there, going through the right-hander at turn 6, but O'Gorman doing brilliantly so far to hold on to the lead and fend off any challenge. So through the reverse corkscrew we go. Downhill, very technical part of the track, but it seems to be navigated well. He makes a move stick. Casey O'Gorman now relegated back to 2nd position with Rico Salmela in 3rd. Hakam Danish, Joel Esteban then making out the top 5. But Zani leads. Is he going to break his podium duck in Junior GP, and will he break it with a victory?
He may, but meanwhile at the front as the battle continues, it's Leonardo Zani who's leading and the 2 Estrella Galicia riders, Casey O'Gorman and Rico Salmela, so close behind as we go on to the start-finish straight.
Hakam Danish running it wide there. Has that cost him a podium opportunity as we go on to the on his heels? Rico Salmela, a race winner in the class already. Casey O'Gorman, a podium finisher, but has never won. All 3 of them are desperate to win here, particularly the Estrella Galicia 00 riders. But it is Zani who is building up an sizable advantage, you would have to say.
It is to try and get faster and really catch up and narrow this gap, but it's looking like it's growing and growing. Leonardo Zani growing in confidence as well.
He wants to hammer home the advantage, doesn't he? He wants to win this in style. Now there's a change for P2. Casey O'Gorman has advantage now, you would have to say, after that. It looks like Zani is going to win this one, barring any errors around the backstretch. Leonardo Zani is a Junior GP race winner with Casey O'Gorman and Rico Salmela on the podium. Brilliant stuff from the young Italian. We said he had a bit of a luckless run. P4, 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 crash out of P4, riding in P4 in this race. Well, now he's a race winner, Connor. Brilliant from the Italian.
Absolutely.
Veda Ega Pratama, asa Indonesia di Junior GP 2025. Pembalap muda asal Gunung Kidul, Yogyakarta, Veda Ega Pratama, kembali menjadi sorotan publik pecinta balap motor Indonesia. Pada musim 2025, ia tampil sebagai salah satu wakil tanah air di ajang FIM Junior GP World Championship bersama tim Astra Honda Racing Team. Keikutsertaannya di ajang ini menjadi langkah penting menuju karir yang lebih besar, sekaligus membuka jalan menuju kelas Moto3 dan MotoGP di masa depan. Musim Junior GP 2025 dibuka di sirkuit Estoril, Portugal, pada awal Mei. Veda sejatinya menunjukkan kecepatan impresif sejak sesi latihan. Namun nasib kurang beruntung menimpanya, karena ia terjatuh ketika sedang berada di posisi 4 besar. Insiden itu membuatnya mengalami cedera pada pergelangan kaki, sehingga harus menepi sejenak untuk pemulihan. Meski begitu, semangat Veda tidak pernah padam. Ia justru menjadikan momen tersebut sebagai pelajaran berharga untuk lebih kuat menghadapi seri-seri berikutnya. Seri kedua berlangsung di Jerez, Spanyol, pada akhir Mei. Meski belum pulih 100%, Veda tetap turun balapan dengan tekad tinggi. Hasilnya memang belum maksimal karena ia hanya finish di posisi ke-21. Namun, pengalaman itu menjadi bekal penting untuk menyesuaikan diri dengan persaingan ketat di Junior GP yang diisi para talenta muda terbaik dari seluruh dunia. Kebangkitan mulai terlihat saat Veda tampil di seri ketiga di Magny-Cours, Prancis, pada awal Juli. Berbekal latihan intensif, ia tampil lebih konsisten dan mampu mengendalikan motornya dengan baik di lintasan yang cukup teknis. Kerja kerasnya terbayar ketika ia berhasil meraih poin pertamanya dengan finish di posisi ke-12. Hasil ini menjadi tonggak penting, karena menunjukkan bahwa Veda bisa bersaing dan semakin dekat dengan jajaran depan. Performa positif itu kemudian berlanjut di seri Aragon, Spanyol, pada akhir Juli. Veda tampil lebih percaya diri, didampingi rekan setimnya asal Indonesia, Kiandra Ramadipa. Kehadiran dua pembalap muda Indonesia di ajang bergengsi tersebut menorehkan sejarah tersendiri, sekaligus membangkitkan optimisme publik bahwa tanah air kini memiliki generasi baru yang siap mengibarkan merah putih di kancah dunia. Selain tampil di Junior GP, Veda juga mengikuti kejuaraan Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup 2025. Di ajang itu, performanya bahkan lebih menonjol. Ia sukses mencatat kemenangan ganda di sirkuit Mugello, Italia, pada bulan Juni, serta meraih kemenangan lain di Sachsenring, Jerman. Catatan prestasi di Rookies Cup ini mendongkrak kepercayaan dirinya, sekaligus memperbesar peluang untuk naik ke kelas Moto3 pada musim depan. Saat ini, ia berada di posisi kedua klasemen sementara Rookies Cup, hanya berselisih tipis dari pembalap Spanyol, Brian Uriarte. Veda sendiri baru akan berusia 17 tahun pada 23 November 2025. Secara regulasi, ia sudah memenuhi syarat untuk naik ke kelas Moto3 asalkan mampu finish di 3 besar klasemen Rookies Cup. Jika itu tercapai, peluang Veda untuk bergabung dengan tim Moto3 musim depan semakin terbuka lebar. Perjalanan Veda Ega Pratama di Junior GP 2025 memang tidak mudah, penuh jatuh bangun dan tantangan. Namun, konsistensi, kerja keras, serta mental baja yang ia tunjukkan menjadi modal berharga. Publik Indonesia pun menaruh harapan besar, bahwa suatu saat nanti Veda akan menjadi pembalap pertama asal Indonesia yang bisa meraih gelar juara dunia di ajang balap motor paling bergengsi.